You may have noticed on my YouTube community page, I have been doing a couple of polls, basically asking you guys to pick out players to put into my team. And in this video, we're going to be making that lineup and then also going into some showdown quarters to see exactly what this team can do. So let's start off with the point guard spot, where I gave you the four options being the 114 overall Reindeer Master Stephen Curry from season 4, this 111 overall fan favorites Luka Doncic. I also put in a 109 golden ticket Kevin Durant with that 3-point clutch ability, and then the final option was the Magic Johnson at 101 overall from the Manatee Madness promo back in season 5. And you guys went with Steph Curry as the point guard for this team. He won with 81% of the votes, and there were 3,800 votes on this poll, so he won by quite a considerable margin compared to the other three options. But then let's go over to the shooting guard spot, where again I gave you four options because that's the maximum I can give you on a community post. But let's take a look at what the options were. It was this 96 overall Vince Carter from that Lightning versus Thunder promo back in season 5. Then the next option was this Allen Iverson, who is 103 overall from this season, giving out that +6 GOAT booster team. Then we had the 115 overall T-Mac with a 3-point clutch ability in season 4. And then finally, the fourth option was the 115 KD with a +5 3-point to team, +5 mid-range to team, and that in the paint ability from season 4. Now this one was a little bit closer, with KD getting 25% of the votes, but coming out on top was the 115 Tracy McGrady with 62% of the votes. So he's going there as the shooting guard for the team. So that's our point guard and our shooting guard sorted over there. Now onto the small forward spot, and again, four options for you guys to pick. It was either this LeBron James from season 4 with that 3-point clutch ability, which was really fun to play with. You had the 104 overall Jimmy Butler as an option with that +6 scoring machine boost. The next option was a 114 overall Claw, who is animated over here. As you can see, he hasn't got any abilities or anything like that. Or the 111 Dr. J, who is giving out that +4 dunk to team. And the one that won was the Claw over here at 114 overall. You got 69% of the votes, and I'm starting to notice a little bit of a trend here. You guys seem to be picking just the highest overall players. They are all from season 4, because that is of course when we got those really high overall players. But let's head over to the power forward spot, and it was either getting that 104 overall Kevin Garnett from this season in that Trash Talkers promo being that starting power forward, or we went over to the 112 overall Tim Duncan. The next option was slightly lower overall, but I do like this card. It's a 98 overall Giannis, giving out that GOAT boost over there. The finals MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo right over there. That was the third option, and the fourth and final option was Zion Williamson, who has got an insane dunk package on him. But you guys again went with the highest overall player, and that was the 112 overall Tim Duncan, giving out that +2 block to team. And then our final spot, the center spot. Again, four options to pick. This one was a little bit more varied in the options. You had a 114 overall Shaquille O'Neal with a +4 dunking to team from season 4. Then I also threw in the Muggsy Bogues, who I thought would be really fun to see in this lineup because he is 5'3". He has got that 3-point clutch. Then we had the 102 overall Yao Ming. It has been a while since we've had a Yao Ming card. He's got the in the paint ability. And then finally, the fourth option was this 109 overall Joel Embiid, who is giving out that inside scoring boost. But as with all of the other ones, you guys went with the highest overall player, which is of course this Shaquille O'Neal. His stats are absolutely crazy. He's an absolute tank when it comes to going in for dunks and all that stuff. But that is our lineup. You got a 114 Curry, 115 T-Mac, 114 Claw, 112 Tim Duncan, and a 114 Shaquille O'Neal. We won't go into a showdown quarter without boosting these guys up. So let's go ahead and stick in the best boost that we've got. We'll go ahead and try and select ones that, of course, giving out those team boosts, which are definitely going to help the lineup. So we're sticking at Jordan Clarkson on the bench, and we'll see what we can get these guys up to in terms of overall. We'll just try and find the best one, and that is, of course, this Allen Iverson over here, giving out that +6 GOAT boost. He was one of the options, but he is going to have to settle to be on the bench. Then we got Jimmy Butler there at the small forward spot, giving out the best boost I can possibly give. And then the power forward spot, I think the best one I can give is, of course, that high flyer boost from Kevin Garnett. And finally, at the center position, the best boost I've got has to be this Bob McAdoo giving out that high flyer booster team. And then of course we have to go and look at the boost item, and I think a lot of people would probably pick the strategic medal as that boost item, so we'll stick that one in if we can find it. There it is, giving out the goat boost, the pickpocket boost, and of course the Deadeye boost as well, those being the names of the boost back in season 5. And seeing as you guys went with pretty much a full season 4 lineup, I think we have to go with a full season 4 core, and then of course the season 4 jerseys. These are absolutely insane. Of course you can't get them if you are just playing in this season, but there we go. That's our 115 overall lineup. The Claw and Curry are both at 119 overall. We got Tracy McGrady and Tim Duncan at 120, and then Shaquille O'Neal at 121 overall. This team is looking absolutely crazy, and look at those maxed out stats. You guys pick this team, and it's going to be super fun to see what we can do in some showdown quarters. We'll try and hit maybe past 30 points. I reckon Curry could go off on one and shoot an absolutely insane amount of points. We have only got one player with the clutch ability, so that's going to be there for us to use on that Tracy McGrady card. But let's see how many points we can actually get in this quarter. 30 points would be a very good target to get to. However, I'm not just going to be shooting with Steph Curry. I'll try and dish the ball out a little bit here and there and try and pass it to some other players to try and get everyone on the score sheet. And of course, we've got to go in for some dunks with Shaquille O'Neal as well. But we're coming up against another multi-year lineup. He's got Porzingis there at the point guard spot. That's a really fun card to have. And then you got Doncic, Carmelo Anthony over there at the small forward spot with the 3-point clutch, KD, and of course Karl Anthony Towns. So they've got 3 players with that 3-point clutch. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup to see exactly who will come out on top. We get that really nice time to rise score. Again, that is from season 4. Unfortunately, we lose the tip off over there, but hopefully we can still win. Porzingis at the point guard spot is basically a cheat code. He is absolutely massive, especially compared to Steph Curry. If we can get him to guard Porzingis over there, can we get the steal off Porzingis? He's going to sort of post up Tracy McGrady. God, and they're wasting so much time. They finally get a shot off and they miss it, which is good, but Towns is there to pick up the rebound and get the basket knocked down. So let's run up the court with Steph Curry over here. And I think the button is a little bit glitched out, but we'll go for the 2-pointer and he is going to sink that one. We get the steal there with Tracy McGrady, and again the button's just bugged out, so it's just going to keep doing those spin moves, but Steph Curry's going to come through with that lovely one-handed slam. He has got the dunk package, which is really fun to see. We'll try and play some good defense. They're going to pass it out to Porzingis again. Can we get the steal? We do. Tracy McGrady again getting the steal for us. We'll play it over to Shaquille O'Neal, and he's going to come through. He doesn't have the dunk package, but he's an absolute monster in the paint, getting through and getting those dunks. Porzingis is going to go for 3, and of course he's going to make that one over there. Let's play it out to T-Mac though. We're sort of warming him up a little bit before he has got that 3-point clutch ability, but he's going to sink that 3-pointer no problem at all. I don't want to hit the drive button because I know it's just going to do that spin move, and I do think this has been a glitch in the game for absolutely ages, and it does happen randomly. It's not going to happen every single time you play the game, but it is annoying when it does happen itself. But let's try and play it out to Claw. I don't think we've had a shot with the Kawhi Leonard card, and he's going to miss that one. I thought he was going to make that one for a second, but unfortunately he just misses that one. We'll try mid-range shot with him, seeing as that's sort of more his game when it comes to NBA Live Mobile. But let's see if we can get the ball back. They're going to play it out to Towns. We've got Shaquille O'Neal, plays some good defense, and he gets the block there on Karl Anthony Towns. We'll play it over to Shaq, try and get another dunk in if we can. It's going to be a 2-pointer. He's going to have no trouble at all knocking that one down. So up by 4 points in the game. Still plenty of time to get some more points. We haven't been scoring a huge amount of baskets, although as I said earlier, we have been trying to play it to everyone on the lineup, try and get them to all score if we can. I don't think we scored yet with Tim Duncan, so let's play it to him. He's in a good amount of space. He's going to come through with that 2-handed slam. Really, really easy getting through and getting the dunk knocked off. And there we go. The 3-point clutch ability is going to come in useful for them. They got 3 players with it. That's their first player using it over there with the Kristaps Porzingis. But you know what? We're going to come through with T-Mac to hopefully knock down a clutch 3-pointer. We got his ability there sort of towards the right of the 3-point arc. We'll hopefully knock this one down. You can make it look as amazing as you want, making them look off balance and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is a guaranteed 3-point shot. Unless they block it, which we could do if we get lucky enough. We get the steal there with Tim Duncan. Let's play it over to him. We got Curry doing the spin move off, but let's get that 2-pointer, and he's going to sink that one. The off balance 2 is being made by that Tim Duncan. They're going to pass it out to Carmelo Anthony. I think he has the clutch ability, and unfortunately we let him get it off. So the clock is going to run down a little bit while we wait for the ball to go in. So it did end up being a 2-pointer because I think he just stepped in a little bit. We got 2.6 seconds left on the clock. We have to get a 3-pointer with Curry to end it off. Perfect release, and he's going to sink that one. So 21 points. Not amazing, but it is still a decent quarter nonetheless. And of course, we had that glitched out drive button making us go and do some spin moves here and there, but at least we win our quarter. Probably won't win the game overall because it isn't a massive points difference, but you never know. But this team is really fun to play with. It is pretty much the same as my season 4 lineup. If we can find it over here, I think it's over here, the 114 overall team. You can see this was my legacy lineup, the one I sort of make at the end of each season. We do lose the game only by 2 points though, so it wasn't massive, but this was the team that I sort of went with. I do make a legacy team towards the end of each season. The only differences are, of course, the Giannis Antetokounmpo and the KD over there being in the team. But now, of course, using this lineup with all the boosts that we've got this season, we managed to boost it up an incredible amount. Now, of course, this was just based on the majority on this poll. And of course, I can't have every single card I've got in the game on a single poll. So you might have noticed a couple of players here and there who I've still got in my inventory. If you had to pick just from those players, who would actually go ahead and make your starting 5 in NBA Live Mobile? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to go check out this insane alphabet team builder we did in NBA Live Mobile, we spun a wheel that had every single letter of the alphabet and then built a team around that. If you want to go check that video out, it should be popping up in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.